Let's do a drugstore makeup. Get ready with me. These are my favorite drugstore makeup items of all time. Like, I choose these over and over again. And honestly, if you've been here before, then you know drugstore is my makeup of choice anyway. So these are some of my all-time favorite die-hard makeup products. Down in the comments, I would love to know what your favorite all-time makeup product is. Let me know. This is just going to be a get ready with me, so this is going to be more about the products that I use and less about the actual application. But I'm starting with a setting spray. I always start and end with a setting spray. I've tried hundreds of setting sprays. Milani Make It Last Original can't be beat. Then I go ahead and I put my brows in place before I apply foundation. If it's hard for you to fill your brows in, it will help if you can kind of get them in place first, make them look a little bit fuller, and mine tend to be a little unruly. So now I'm 57, my brows are kind of like this. So I like to kind of glue them down. I love the NYX Brow Glue. Next step for me is foundation. This foundation never lets me down. It is a medium coverage foundation, and this is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I use the color 120. Okay, foundation is on, and I will also link my affordable foundation brush down in the description of this video. I want to tell you a quick story about foundation. So I did a podcast just recently, and I'm using the color corrector from Revolution. This is the Eye Bright corrector, and I use the lightest color, but again, I'm linking everything down in the description of this video. So I did a podcast, and the host was a few years older than I am, and she said, okay, she says, I know you really like affordable drugstore makeup. She says, but you're gonna have to sell me on it. She says, I like high-end makeup. I like department store makeup, and you're gonna have to sell me on it. And one of the first things I said was, I get it, because, you know, 57, I grew up in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. We thought that department store makeup was what we aspired to. Like, one day I'm going to be able to afford all of that. I said, you know what? I would put this up against any foundation. It is that good. So my color corrector, I love this to just cancel out all of the redness and all of the dark circles. And if redness, dark circles, if that is an issue for you, definitely watch this video next. I think you'll find it so helpful. Most of my redness is above my eyes and the darkness is in the corner. So this area right here, I mostly save for concealer. I have used this concealer now for years and I love it. And this is the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer with hyaluronic acid, and it's waterproof. And this is under $10. I don't think that anything I'm using today is over $15. So if you're looking for affordable makeup, keep watching and maybe take some notes. Now I have my concealer on. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. My favorite brow marker is the NYX Lift and Snatch. I use the color Taupe. All I've done are my cream products and my brows. Now I'm going to apply just a little bit of powder because I'm very, very, very oily. And my favorite powder is the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection. This is so, so good. I think the color that I use is called Light Pink. And I just need to just kind of set these creams and powders just a little bit. Now, I like a little bronzer. I just think that the older we get, we're losing so much color. So I like to add a little color back before I go in with blush. I find that I'm not so heavy-handed with blush if I have a little bronzer in place first. And I love the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. It's very, very good, and I use the lightest color. I also use my bronzer as my eyeshadow because if you've been here before, you know I don't buy a ton of eyeshadow palettes. At 57, very hooded, I feel like that's one less thing I even want to bother with. So I'll just add a little bit of this just above where my eyelashes will hit. I'm going to put a little of this below my eyes too. That helps disguise some of the redness. Also a L'Oreal. It's just a little single that I just found on Amazon. And this light color just on the inner corner helps me look a little bit awake. And because all I did was take the bronzer right above my eyes and this little bit of lightness right here just kind of disguises that hood a little bit. But again, just makes me look a little bit more awake. So now I'll add a little bit of eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the Essence Stay in Play Gel Eyeliner. This stays in place all day long, and it says waterproof and long lasting. And I think these eyeliners are less than $5. I don't really know if I have a favorite drugstore blush, but I really like the Milani blushes. But these Milani baked blushes have a little highlight in them, so I don't like to do too much with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this Revolution blush and apply just a little. And then at the end, I may just add a little bit of the Milani just right below my eyes. In the description, I'm going to link the affordable brushes that I'm using, but if you see me use this is not an affordable brush, but let me tell you what it is. I was sent some Patrick Ta blush. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's not something that I would buy on my own, but they also sent me the brush. The brush and the blush are a little pricey, so I'm just using it because they sent it to me and it's a nice brush. But I want you to know, and I will link it if you want to see it, but the ones that I'm going to link, because I promised nothing over $15, the ones that I'm going to link are very affordable. Okay, I'm going to line my lips before I set my makeup again with setting spray, and then I apply mascara. I love the lip liners from NYX. These are so good. My favorites are Nude Beige and Natural. Now, I usually set my makeup with setting spray for the last time after lip liner, but before lip color and before mascara. For favorite lip colors from the drugstore, I have two recently that have just wowed me. One is the Milani Keep It Full Glossy Balms. These are so good. And if you use them continually, they have hyaluronic acid. They kind of give the appearance that they're plumping your lip a little bit. That's what hyaluronic acid does. So keep using these. I think you'll love these. But one of the other ones, speaking of hyaluronic acid, is the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil. Oh, these are both so good. This color from the L'Oreal is called Worth It. This color is very user-friendly, but it's almost like a glossy lipstick. So today, we're gonna keep it a little bit simpler, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the Milani Keep It Full, and this is the color Ribbon. So it's one of the lightest colors. This is so beautiful. It's super glossy, so I love it just over lip liner, and these are so user-friendly. One of my favorites. And last but not least, my favorite drugstore mascara is the Milani Lash Extensions Tubing Mascara. Honestly, this is my favorite mascara of all time. I try a ton of mascaras. I always go back to this. But these are my ride or die drugstore makeup favorites, especially that foundation, the lips, and the mascara. I love these so much. If you like to see new try-ons, what's new, what's worth it, what's not, be sure to come over and find me on Facebook or Instagram at Just Doing My Best. I'm always trying new things. If this is helpful, I hope you'll like this video and subscribe. And for more super simple makeup tips for our mature skin, watch this video next. Go out today and be blessed and do your best.